Brilliance Audio.
Hospital by Han Song. Translated by Michael Berry. Performed by Fyodor Chin. The meaning of travel lies not in the journey, but in the destination. The destination of the SS Mahamayuri was Mars. Leaving from Earth and traveling for 324 days, the SS Mahamayuri traversed 225 million kilometers before reaching the orbit of Mars. As its dual-mode nuclear fission engine decelerated, the planet's gravitational field captured the spacecraft. Commander Lone Walker was checking the rodent-like humanoid cyborgs floating in the cabin. They had long necks and short horned heads, and they looked like a cross between humans and monkeys, but the overall appearance was closer to that of a rodent. They were cyborg organisms with bacterial brains, special genetically modified flora having been implanted into their alloy skulls, working in concert with electronic nerves that not only determined the speed and direction of these Ratman cyborgs, but also allowed them to enter into a perfect imitative trance through biochemical programming. The host could thus achieve a quantum state of transcendental meditation during flight, generating a consciousness able to connect with the other world. Although these Ratman cyborgs were referred to as humanoid systems, some people actually believe them to be the future of humanity, they also served as advanced probes, tasked with the mission of searching for the Buddha on Mars. At 50 years old, Commander Lone Walker was a long-practicing monk. He was also an organic human. With daily advances in science, a series of miraculous new discoveries had been made, chief among them the revelation that there are Buddhas all over the universe. Only after the end of the World War had the SS Mahamayuri finally been dispatched into space. It was one of the first spacecraft to venture out once space exploration resumed after the war. All the empires of the old world order collapsed, while nations like India and Nepal rose up like a newly formed mountain range and exercised control over the world. Buddhism saw a global revival that originated in the Himalayas and went on to become the dominating belief system for a new era of humankind. With this change had come a reshuffling of people's belief systems and their relationship with materialism. In addition to Commander Lone Walker, two younger pilots were aboard the ship, 22-year-old Zhi Fan and 28-year-old Run Yen, both disciples of Commander Lone Walker. Commander Lone Walker was able to reach a deep meditative state without the help of any auxiliary devices, but Zhi Fan and Run Yen still needed external help. Over the course of the past year, their brains and bodies had frequently required that they be hooked up to various machines in order to experience the unique sensation brought about by transcendental meditation, paving the way for their eventual communion with the Buddha. Ever since the time of the Apollo landing in the year 2513 of the Buddhist calendar, no Buddhas had been discovered during any of humankind's space expeditions. That's because none of those missions had been specifically aimed at finding the enlightened one. Mars, the planet bearing the most similarities with Earth, had languished in silence for billions of years. The Buddha had appeared only once on Earth, 2,500 years before, and he had not appeared since. After the living hell of the most recent World War, all of humanity had been longing for the Buddha's return, but it seemed unlikely that he would appear again on Earth. The Deep Space Quantum Entanglement Detector, jointly developed by the Indian Space Research Organization and the Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur, had discovered species suspected of having godlike qualities actively spreading an information flow consistent with an advanced living being in the high-dimensional space beyond Earth.